Good morning, dudes and dudettes. It is actually morning, and it is actually March 1st. And if you saw the intro, yep, special theme month. Special theme month for you guys, month of dark beers. So we're gonna be, my favorite types of beers are stouts. So I'm pretty pumped about this this month. Lots of stouts that I've stashed, and I'm gonna try throughout this whole month. So again, good morning. Yes, it is morning. I'm keeping this coffee cup here because yes, there is coffee in there, and I'm tired. But today I have beer for breakfast by Dogfish Head. And I'm pretty pumped about this. What? This beer's actually got coffee in it too. So coming in at 7.4% alcohol, 30 IBU. Can't go wrong. It's made with Guatemalan cold brew. It's made with Guatemalan pressed cold brew coffee. It's got maple syrup from some tree that Sam lives in. What? Okay, I'm too tired for this. It's got maple syrup harvested from Western Massachusetts, and it's got scrapple in it. And if you don't know what scrapple is, it's basically like pork scraps and like wheat flour and cornmeal that they just like grind up and put into this mush that's, I don't know, people up northeast, I guess, think it tastes, people up in the northeast, I guess, think it tastes good. But it's in this beer, which is kind of gross. But if anyone up there or Sam heard me say that, he'd probably not agree with me. This has been sitting in my fridge now for about probably 15 minutes. A little bit chilly, but still warm enough for me to recognize what's in there. So also has like flaked oats, lactose, which is milk sugars. I think it's even got some brown sugar in it. Let's see. Coffee, spices, scrapple, maple syrup, and yeah, let's go with brown sugar. So a little bit about Dogfish Head before I get too far into this, and I like this cap a lot. And I really like this, that little illustration of that fat pig eating breakfast. He's got some coffee, which is in here, so I don't need to take any more sips of that. He's got pancakes with maple syrup in it. And he is going to be a scrapper one day. Scrapple. I've honestly never heard it. Dogfish Head, founded by Sam Calagione. Milton, Delaware is where they're located. I believe he's from Massachusetts. They have a show. It was on Netflix a couple years ago. You can watch it on like Amazon. You can probably watch YouTube shows of it. Really cool cap again, the dogfish on this like really shiny copper looking cap. So I'm going to hold on to that and put it in there. Yeah, the show was called Brewmasters, and it was all the hype. I mean, they got a lot of, I'm sure they got a lot of looks their way, but you know, they're one of the biggest breweries there are here in the US already. Everyone's heard of Dogfish Head. If you haven't, you should be able to pick them up anywhere, except for Oklahoma. They're not in Oklahoma yet, soon. So yeah, Sam found Dogfish Head in 1995 in Milton, Delaware. It's where they brought up their first brewery. And fun fact, if you look up pictures, they have like this steampunk looking treehouse thing. And they built that in like 1996, him and his buddies. And they have like conference, like important business meetings in there. And that's pretty sweet. Who doesn't want to have a business meeting in a flipping treehouse? Woo! All right, let's get the nose on this dude. Dude, why am I saying dude? It's so tired. First thing I'm smelling is like lots of wood, like almost an old dusty type wood. Apple wood maybe? A little bit of milk sugars. Coffee, really smoky like tobacco. Lots of spices, a little bit of maple. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah, and it's got this nice opaque dark black, light black, no. Opaque dark color with a brown head. Yeah, a nice head. It's sticking around, saying hey, and it's going down nice. It looks very creamy. Yeah, really spicy smelling. All right, I'm going to drink this now. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten breakfast. This is breakfast enough. I wouldn't even call this a sipper. This is so good that I just want to keep drinking it. Roasted coffee. I think I just spit everywhere. A little bit bacony. Kind of herbal. I guess that's it. Like the woody, spicy, herbal taste. And it's not as sweet as I thought. It's got this slight sweetness that resembles like a dark chocolate. Very, very filling, really full-bodied. I'm almost having to eat it. I might have to get a fork up in here. No, I mean, it's obviously not. Doesn't need a fork. Man, that's really good. Man, honestly, when they said they put scrapple in this, I had to look up what scrapple was, first of all. But then I was like, ugh, like they put it in the oven and like make it real crunchy and stuff, and then they put it in, but supposedly they made it taste awesome, and they do. So they put the scrapple in the mash tun. I don't think they add it to the boil, but I know they put it in the first mash. I mean, that's a lot of ingredients to add, and they're working. This, Sam, you really found the recipe quite well. It's funny, back in the day, there was this thing like in the 1500s, early 1500s. It was called the Reinheitsgebot, and basically there was like this rule or law that you could only use grains, water, and hops to make beer. And if you were making anything else, they'd come and they'd take it from you. And they'd say, you can't make that beer or something. I don't know what they would do. I wasn't alive. This is really quite delicious. It reminds me a lot of the Prairie Bombs, a little bit toned down. The alcohol percentage is lower. It's a little bit thinner than the Prairie Stouts. Prairie Stouts are like I don't know, so syrupy. But yeah, I didn't expect to taste the mapley bacon, but it's right there on the tip. Really, really quite beautiful beer. I love stouts like this. I just get really excited. So I'm gonna be having a lot like this month. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have some that aren't made anymore. I'm gonna have some that you can get anytime. Like this one. This one is the 2016 version of Beer for Breakfast. They usually start distributing in January, but I bet you could still get some of these right now. Right now. Really good coffee too. I want to know what kind of coffee you used. Supposedly they harvested the maple syrup from a tree in Massachusetts where Sam and his wife met. I don't know how true that is, so I'll look it up, and if it's true, I'll put it in, and if it's not, I'll probably still put it in. But I'll probably say if it's true or not, like right here. But anyways, it's really early. So I will now edit this video and release it to you guys so you guys can watch it. And I'll release it for breakfast. Cheers. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dogfish Head. Oh, it exceeded my expectations, which honestly, you know, Dogfish Head, all the hype, everyone's into it. Everyone's like, the perfect beer. And I was just kind of like, yeah, right. Prove it. And I mean, it's not perfect. No one is going to have everyone has their perfect beers for them, you know? But this one's pretty dang good, so right there. Anyways, cheers, guys. If there's any stouts or porters or brown ales you want me to try this month, let me know. Comment below, like this video, share it, do whatever you want with it. But I will see you guys next time. And peace, cheers, love. See you guys next time. I'm Patrick. And I'm making it grain. Boy! 'Cause we all change with the morning after. But these tired hearts aren't beating fast.